Foreign policy has taken a back seat this election cycle despite the war in Ukraine and Russia's threat of a nuclear attack. And now it seems Russian President Vladimir Putin could be as sick in his body as he is in his head. Newly leaked intelligence documents, supposedly, confirming the 70-year-old strongman battling both pancreatic cancer and Parkinson's disease, which is said to be advancing very rapidly. Are these reports accurate? And what happens if bad Vlad goes jihad in heaven or hell, probably? Here with me in studio, former CIA officer and Portman Square Group chairman and CEO. He gets both titles because he is Mike Baker.
Yeah,
Welcome back, Baker.
Actually, all war criminals go to hell.
Exactly right.
That was a Disney movie. It followed that all dogs go to heaven. It was
straight-to-video sequel. I thought it was great.
I loved it. This discussion about Putin's health, is he or isn't he dying, has been going on for quite some time, almost literally since.
Is it propaganda, or is he really? I mean, it doesn't look good.
Look, I mean, everyone's trying to read the tea leaves, right? And frankly, this happens with every global leader, right? The Chinese are doing the same thing with President Biden, right? They're looking at all these photos. They're looking at, does he have an IV mark on his hand? And so it's a common.
I mean, the Queen had those blue hands, and she died 2 days later. Liz Truss.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Not good.
Well, and so, you're implicating Liz Truss, and I see what you did. Okay.
Last outsider to see her alive.
Yeah. Well, next to the corgis. Right? And if I was going to recruit somebody to do somebody in, dogs don't talk. But the point I think we're disappearing down a rabbit hole is that it's to understand the health of a world leader, particularly at a time like this when Putin's been leading this invasion, is a key effort on the part of intel organizations everywhere. The agency, as an example, CIA, they spend a lot of time profiling world leaders, and health is one of those big concerns. Yeah. Now the problem here is, it's not corroborated, solid intelligence that we're talking about. It's anonymous sources. An anonymous source saw some leaked emails. Okay, fine.
So but they say he travels with an oncologist, and he's been shot up full of steroids.
Right.
And some painkillers to ease the pancreatic pain.
They're talking about, does he have Parkinson's? Does he have early stage Parkinson's? Does he have pancreatic cancer? Has that spread to other parts of his body?
Prostate.
And if you were to try to read the tea leaves and you look at various pictures, there have been changes in his appearance, right? So
Madonna as well.
Yes, exactly. But she has not invaded any country
yet.
And so I think that we have to take all these reports with a grain of salt. It's a possibility.
I mean, I know some people are like, oh, this is great, he's dying, the world will be free, but it's like, oh God, he's dying, he's going to take the world with him.
Yeah, and that's part of that problem, right? There's been all this talk about
legitimate fear.
Well, he's still a rational player, right? Now, if he is indeed sick and he's getting pumped up with medications and that's causing him cognitive problems, and he's also starting to get fatalistic, then yes, you have to keep that scenario that perhaps he's going to veer off into crazy town and he's going to try to take everybody with him.
Oh God.
But that's a scenario that you have to include, but it's not likely because still at this point, the assessments that mean anything are still saying Putin's a rational player in all of this. But look, so these stories about his health, believe me, there is a lot of attention, resource, time being put into trying to sort this out. The problem is he's got a very small circle of advisors.
We do the same thing with leaders in this country.
Of course we do.
It's like people did that. Remember when President Trump's physician went through that hour-long press conference where the press was just like yelling every scenario and question at him, like, is he crazy? Does he have herpes? Like all these things. And it's like there were a lot of us who were Hillary health truthers during the 2016 campaign. I didn't think she was as healthy as she claimed to be. I think Biden's got some issues that he's hiding from us.
Well, and that's
Fetterman.
Fetterman.
It's a national obsession.
Well, it's transparency here, right?
Yes.
The big difference between us and what's happening in Russia. And look, there's been rumors about Xi's in China, Xi's health as well. The difference is there's no transparency over there, right? So you have to, it's a heavy lift. You have to work really hard from an intel perspective to try to get actual information.
You're just the man to do it. You've got a very strong back and shoulders.
Right.
Mike Baker, great to see you in the flesh.
Thank you. That's where I'm going right now. I'm heading off to Moscow. I'm going to, try to steal his medical records. So
he's that good. The Portman Square Group, spying on every world leader who may or may not be dying. Thank you, Mike Baker.
Thank you.
Great to talk to you.